All right, so we're at sharp 6, and I think we are good to begin today's session. First and foremost, a very warm welcome, everyone, to this introductory session of the natural home cleaning products. Just a few things to remember before we begin the session for today. We have disabled the microphones for a disturbance-free session. Also, please keep your phones on silent so that you can completely pay attention to the session. Questions will be taken up via the chat. The chat will be open when the presenter is ready to take questions. Also, we would request you to ask relevant questions and stay focused on the topic which is being covered today. We also encourage you to take down notes in case you want to take back with you a few interesting things to remember, and also keep your videos off throughout the session. So the agenda for today's session will be our presenter Sunmeet will be taking you through a short presentation, knowledge-based presentation on the different hazardous products which we use at home. And also she'll be talking about some natural alternatives for home cleaning. Then there's going to be a really exciting recipe demo where she will teach you how to make a natural fabric softener and refresher spray at home using basic, easily available ingredients. We will also be talking in depth about the main workshop, which is going to be tomorrow and day after. We'll give you a few details about what's going to be covered in those 2 days, and then we will open the chat for all your questions. So to tell you about the workshop, which is going to start tomorrow and day after. So that's going to be, including 2 live demos, and there are going to be 10 recipes which are going to be covered. You will obviously be getting a very detailed, in-depth recipe ebook with all the instructions. Apart from that, there are going to be additional recipes, about 36 recipes, document which is going to be shared with you once you register for the workshop. We always provide the online shopping links also, so that it becomes really easy for you to source all the ingredients from a reliable source. And also, as part of the workshop, you get a 30 days of email support, which means that if you have any questions while you're trying out the recipes, you can reach out to Sunmeet via the email, and she will be there to resolve all of the queries for you via the email support. We also give you access to our e-learning platform, where the recording will be available of both the sessions, as well as the other resources will be available with an access period of 1 year. So these are the details of the workshop. Session 1 is going to be there tomorrow from 4 to 6 p.m. Session 2 is going to be the same time, day after, that's on 11th. And also we'll be covering, some theory, some practical. You can see the different recipes which are going to be covered. So tomorrow there's going to be theory part, which is going to be covered, as well as 5 recipes. And then on to the 11th also, there will be 5 recipes which will be covered. And obviously on both the days, we will be keeping some time for your questions so that you can get them all resolved. So I would like to introduce you all. If you have been a part of Sunmeet's earlier workshops, you already know her very well. But if you're someone new to the platform, Sunmeet has been on board with Wellcure for really interesting workshops related to natural skincare, natural hair care. And now this is the workshop where she's going to be teaching how to make natural cleaning products at home. She is also an entrepreneur. She's Gurgaon based, and she has her own natural beauty products brand, which is called as Mature. And we welcome you, Sunmeet, and I would invite you to the session and request you to take forward from here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ishita. Thank you. So first of all, a very warm welcome to all of you who are here for this session. Thank you so much for giving me this precious 1 hour from your weekend. Thank you so much. I'll just start sharing my presentation. I hope this is visible to everyone.
Yeah, it's visible.
Thank you. So my introduction has been given. I'll just briefly add on to it. I have done my education from Delhi University. I was an economics honors student. Then I did my post-graduate management from IIM Ahmedabad. And I have a corporate experience of 15 plus years. I have been in the hospitality and travel industries. Also, I was briefly in the medical industry. I worked for a hospital as the head of sales, and that short experience is what prompted me to get into this line, to this field, and take my health in my own hands. So that was quite a turning point in my life. Those 1.5 years at the hospital. So my basic tenet of all my workshop is that go back to what your dadis and nanis have taught you, go back to nature, and always use edible and food grade ingredients for all the things you do. Be it eating, like we are so conscious about what we eat. We go to good restaurants, we buy organic food. But when it comes to home care, we think, ye to bhaiyon ka kaam hai, hame kya karna? And we're not really bothered. And then even the products which we apply on the body, we just buy basis the advertisements. Celebrities are endorsing it, and they smell good and they look good, and the cost is fine, and we just end up buying it. So I focus a large part of my workshops on how to read labels and how to decide what to buy for your family, for yourself. And I really feel that as women, it's our responsibility to keep our families' health intact. And we are quite the spine of our families. And like my husband doesn't do any shopping, I do everything for myself, for my son, for my husband, for our home. And whatever they consume, a lot of that, like I get to decide. And so it is really my responsibility to ensure that uh, they are using the correct ingredients and nothing wrong goes into their system. So this is basically what I advise for natural home care. These are the ingredients which I feel we should switch on to instead of the toxic ones which we are using. And it's quite a change in terms of home care products. And one thing I want to add is like the dish cleaning liquids which are available in the market. There are many brands. Even if the bai is cleaning your dishes with it, and the bai gets to, I mean, obviously she gets the most affected by what she's using, but it is there on our plates, it is there on our cutlery, and it takes 12 rinses with lukewarm water to remove that soap from your plates. So even if the bai is cleaning the dishes, you are still eating on them. So every time you eat, I mean, obviously you're not rinsing your dishes 12 times, with warm water after she has done the cleaning. So we are consuming a bit of soap every time, and their toxic deposits are getting, accumulated in our bodies, and that is what results in various diseases. Most of the chemicals that are prevalent in the market are carcinogenic, hormone disruptors, which is why you see a lot of diseases now, which used to be unheard of many years back. So this is what we will be discussing in the session today. The theory is going to be brief, but I just want to leave a lot of thoughts and questions in your mind so that you, look back at your kitchen and your bathroom and see what you're using and is that really safe. So when we buy these cleaners, it can be dish cleaners, it can be cloth cleaners, it can be floor cleaners. So all of it impacts us, even if we're not doing the cleaning or the washing ourselves. We also inhale a lot of stuff. So if paints happen at our house or the floor cleaning happen, we will still be inhaling a lot of these chemicals. Our kids will be probably walking barefoot or playing barefoot on the ground where the floor cleaning has recently happened, and through their skin they will absorb a lot of these chemicals. So you see, most of the chemicals are carcinogenic, what you see here on the slide, and most of them are not even tested, and what is less than 2% they don't even have to reveal in the label. So many times we don't even know what we are consuming indirectly. So these are some of the products which we use at home. And so in the air fresheners, like there is formaldehyde, it is toxic, it is a carcinogen. Then the bleach which we use to clean our tiles in the bathroom, that again, it causes burns, it is deadly, it is a known carcinogen. The disinfectants, the phenyls which we use, they can cause cardiac damage. And whenever we have these diseases, we usually try to see, what did I eat? My diet is fine. Why is this happening? Then sometimes the spiritual ones, they blame it on their karma, and other things. But it could also just be the products which we're using at home. I'm happy to share these slides, with Ishita, with Wellcure team, in case anybody is interested in revisiting them. I'll be happy to do that later. You can let Wellcure team know. There are three types of ingredients which you can use to make products. One can be natural, like vitamin C comes from oranges, that is natural. Then it can be naturally derived. So from the natural ingredient, they do certain things like cooking, fermentation, and the form changes, and you get something which is naturally derived. But the ingredient is the natural ingredient, but through some processes you derive it. And then the third thing is synthetic, which is made in factories. It has no link to anything natural, and that is what we need to avoid completely. So when you read the labels from what is written in the ingredients, you will be able to know from the kind of words written whether it's natural or it is synthetic. Synthetic sounds like a chemical. It will not have a natural name. Like apple or orange is natural. We all know these products. If it is written something like naturally derived, that will also be mentioned in the label if the product is claiming to be natural. But what is synthetic will be written in a chemical name. It will have numbers to it. So you'll be able to figure out that that is a chemical. And if you're not sure, you can always do Google, or you can just leave that product and move to the next one. I mean, till you're not very sure. And you'll probably have to do this exercise of reading labels, of figuring out what the ingredients mean, maybe 20, 25 times, 30 times. After that, you'll start to get an idea what can be bought, what cannot be bought. So when I buy something, I don't look at the front side. There only the benefits are given. I look at the back side. I look at the warning signs. I look at what is given in the ingredient list and whether I can make sense out of it or not. So all of these household items which are listed on the left-hand side, they contain toxic chemicals, and we use most of these. In the workshop in the next 2 days, there'll be some live demos I'll be doing, and there'll be some additional recipes I'll be giving, which will cover most of these things, most of these items. So there are natural variants which are possible for all of these things mentioned here. You just need to make some efforts, and you'll have to, you might not find them, along from your regular grocery stores, and but everything is available online. All the ingredients which are mentioned, they're very easy. Everything is available online, and you probably have to just make it. And actually, it is very, very cheap. So for those who are cost conscious, though I feel if it's a matter of health, you should not look at the cost. But for those who are cost conscious, in household, my workshop on household cleansers, actually this comes out much, much cheaper than what you are paying for buying the same things commercially from the market. So in terms of the cost of prepared products, this one comes out to be the cheapest. So all these ingredients that I mentioned, phthalates, perc, triclosan, coats, butoxyethanol. See, it sounds like a chemical. There's no natural item which, is like this, chlorine. So all of these, they are toxic and they cause hormone disruptions and some even cause cancer. When you read the labels, even if you see any of these warning signs or images on the backside of the label, even if the text is very small and you can't read properly, but if you see any of these labels, just avoid it. Plastics have changed the game a lot, and plastic have made a lot of have brought a lot of toxicity into our lives. So it is while you're doing the soaps and the cleansers and the skincare products and the hair care products, it's also good to look at the containers which you have at your home and try to not buy the single-use plastic at all, and whatever is long time use, try to buy it either BPA free or not buy plastic at all. Ideally move to glass or stainless steel as much as possible. I think this is not very clear. I could not find an image like a better resolution image, but I'll just read it out. So when there are a lot of toxic deposits, like I mentioned about dish cleaning and how if you keep inhaling or consuming these items, there are toxic deposits in the body. So over time, it leads to blurred vision, central nervous system disorders, unexplained weight gain, low testosterone in men, so low fertility rates, joint inflammation and stiffness, memory loss, acid reflux, increased risk of breast cancer, back pain, irritable bowel syndrome, and increased risk of colon cancer. So all of these are possible due to increased toxic load in our bodies. So that is it from me for the theory part. Should we do the live demo or do we take some questions first? What do you suggest, Ishita?
So we can go over to the demo now. We can start, and then after we finish, we can take up questions.
This is the first live demo which we are doing. We thought we'll do two recipes related to the laundry. So first is the fabric softener, and the second is the fabric deodorizer. We'll be doing the fabric cleaner, like the laundry detergent. We'll be doing tomorrow and day after. But these are like additional recipe for those who want their clothes to be soft and smelling very good. So and the essential oils which go with laundry are lavender, lemongrass, eucalyptus, lemon, so lime, so any of these. So whatever appeals to you, I've recommended lavender here, but of course you can take any essential oil that appeals to you, which fragrance you like. I personally like lavender in my clothes. So I'll just get the warm water. I need a cup of warm water. I'll just get that. Then we will do the recipe. And I'll just put on the other camera.
Sunmeet, will it be possible to take down the slide? So this particular document has been shared in the chat also. So in case anyone wishes to keep this for future reference, you can download it from the chat window.
Okay, so we'll start. I've got warm water, 1 cup. This is a cup of warm water, and I'm going to add baking soda in this, half a cup. This is baking soda. This is baking soda. So half a cup is roughly 2 spoons of this. So the reason we warm the water slightly is that the baking soda mixes easily if the water is warm. Otherwise, it takes a longer time. But when you add the half cup vinegar, you have to add in slowly and not immediately, because baking soda is alkaline and vinegar is acidic. So there will be a reaction the moment you mix both of these things. So you have to do it slowly and then wait and then add some more, like that. This is the white vinegar. You can get any white vinegar that is available, any brand, doesn't matter. I'll again measure it here, half cup of this. You see the fizz? Which is why we don't do it all at once, otherwise it will all come out. So we do it thoda thoda sa. So I'm doing it a spoonful at a time. If you have a bigger, patila, then you can put it all at once, because then it will not come out. But here it will come out. You can also, the essential oil, if you want, fragrance in your clothes, you can add in case you do not have essential oil and just want the softening purpose, and aroma is not important, or if you are someone with very sensitive skin and you cannot handle aromas, you can skip the essential oil also. So that's really up to you. Baking soda and vinegar does a great job of softening. So this is for softening purpose. This is enough. The mix which we are making, but there's just a little bit left.
So, Sunmeet, it's not necessary to do this in a glass vessel only, right?
Yeah, we can do it in a stainless steel thing also. I just thought it will be more visible in glass, which is why I did it here. You can also get a very big patila and you can do it there also. Only for visibility, I chose this. So stainless steel or glass, both work. Last. So that's it. This mix is done. We will just wait for the fizz to settle down completely. And then we can add lavender essential oil or any oil of your choice. I'll just get a pipette to measure the oil. I'll just come. So this is a pipette. There is a marking of 3 ml on this, if you can see. I don't know if it's visible. So this is the best way of measuring essential oils. So like this recipe demands 5 or 10 drops. So you can take essential oil here, then you can count it. So I put exactly 10 drops here. You can also put lesser or more if you so desire. You can skip it altogether also if you do not want fragrance. So this is ready. This is a fabric softener. I store it in a glass bottle like this. And every time I do my laundry, I put a bit of this to the load, a quarter cup to the load. This is baking soda, which is not mixed yet. So what I'll do is I'll put it here, and every time I do the load, I give it a shake, and then I do it so that my essential oil is also incorporated, and the baking soda also. So this probably needs a little more mixing. So every time I put it in my washing machine, I'll just give it a nice shake, and then I'll put 1/4 cup in every load. So this will last me for the week, and every weekend you can make this fresh and use it during the week, and that's it. Make it fresh again. I do not recommend making large batches or keeping it. Always good to make it fresh. So this is it. We'll move to the next recipe.
Yeah, we can move on to the refresher spray.
Yeah.
Do you want me to project the recipe card?
Yeah. It'll be nice if the people can see once what we are going to discuss. Yeah. So this is to give a nice fragrance to your clothes. So after the clothes you take out from the machine and you put them to dry, you can spritz it there, and you can just let it dry, and the essential oils, will remain even though the alcohol evaporates and the water evaporates. The essential oils will remain. Also, if you don't want to put essential oils in both recipes, you can put it in one go because there will be a little fragrance of lavender from the first recipe, and here I'm recommending lemon and peppermint. If you're okay with the mix of all, it's fine. Otherwise, you can put essential oils in any one recipe if you're deciding to do both, that is. So this calls for rubbing alcohol. You can use either rubbing alcohol or vodka. So this is what I have for the recipe. I've got this. Rubbing alcohol is very easily available in pharmacies. And you can use this too if you have it at home. So see the quantity. So half a cup of rubbing alcohol. So again, I've got this glass measuring jar in which the markings are there. So I will take the alcohol as per the markings. So half a cup is roughly 100 ml. In terms of the cost, making it with rubbing alcohol will make it much cheaper than using vodka. So you can use. So I've recommended rubbing alcohol in the recipe for that purpose, and you can use rubbing alcohol. And then 1 cup of water and 10 ml of essential. 10. It's not 10 ml. It is actually, I think it's 10 drops. I'll just reconfirm. I'll just get the water. 1 cup of water.
So just an announcement at this point for everyone. We've shared the WhatsApp link. So in case you wish to revisit the recording, we will request you to please join this WhatsApp group where we will be sharing the recording of this session as well as the workshop booking details. So I've shared it again in the chat. You can just click on the link and join the group. Yeah, sorry, Sunmeet, you can resume.
Yeah, so I got this 1 cup of water. You can use filtered water. You can use boiled and cooled water. That's up to you. And I've put it here. And now I'm going to add essential oils. So this is peppermint and lime in this recipe. So this is peppermint. So again, you can use any essential oils of choice, or whatever smell you like in your clothes. If you like, citrusy aroma, you can go for citrus. If you like a floral aroma, you can go with maybe rose and lavender or neroli. So whatever you desire. So you put an equal amount of 2 essential oils. You can also put any one if you want. I like peppermint and lemon, so I choose this combination. Give it a nice mix. And then you put it in a spray bottle, and you can spritz it on your clothes after they are like washed and they are still wet, and you can spritz this slightly on the clothes and let them dry. And when they are completely dried, they would retain the aroma of the essential oils, though the water and alcohol will go away, but the essential oils will remain, and there'll be a light aroma in your clothes. So that is it. I'll just show you the kind of bottle that I use for this. So you put this in a bottle like this, and you then spritz. This is a previous batch I had, and you just spritz it on the clothes, and that's it. Smells really nice. We can take on the questions now, Ishita, if you want.
Yeah, sure. So just a final closer look at both the recipes, if you can show them closer to the camera, maybe the front camera, because both are bottles. So
I put this in, like, in a glass bottle like this, and every time I have to use this fabric softener because the baking soda will collect niche. So you have to give it a nice, shake after putting the cap. And then you put a 1/4 cup of this per load. So 1 cup, any cup you have for your chai coffee, 1/4 cup in every load. So this bottle, this is a 500 ml bottle. It will easily last you for a week or even more, depending on how frequently you wash. And then this is the fabric deodorizer I've made, and I keep it in bottles like this, in spray bottles like this. And after my clothes have been washed and I put them to dry, I spritz it on, lightly on all my clothes. So when they are completely dry, the essential oil remains, and the clothes smell really, really nice.
So Sanmeet, there were a few people who joined the session late and they wanted to know more about the 2-day workshop that we will be conducting. So if you can take them through, what will be covered in the next 2 days.
Yeah, so thanks for this slide. So in the next 2 days, we'll be diving deeper into the theory, though today we touched upon the hazardous chemicals that are lurking in our home cleaners. Tomorrow, we'll be diving deeper into it. And then we'll also we'll be talking about the essential oils, which you can buy. Today we use lavender, peppermint, and lime, but there are more essential oils which go very good hand in hand with the home cleansers which we make. And why we use essential oils and why not the fragrance oils, we'll be discussing that also. In market, the cleaners which are available, they come with fragrance oils because they are much cheaper. But we will be using essential oils because they are natural and they're safe, and they also have a lot of therapeutic benefits. And then we'll be discussing the ways to allergen proof your home. So a lot of cleaners and other things that we use at home can lead to skin allergies and asthma and other issues which the residents suffer. So how you can, what all ways you have to allergen proof your home by going natural. We'll be discussing some ways for that as well. So then there'll be this practical demo. 5 things will be done tomorrow. 5 live demos happen tomorrow, and then we'll be having a Q&A session. And on day 2, there'll be another 5 recipes which we do a live demo with, and then there'll be a Q&A session post that also. So 2 days any Q&A you have, and after that you also get email support for the next 1 month. And any queries that you have, you can write to me when you're making all these recipes. You can write to me and I revert back, and we handhold you through the process. So that is pretty much it.
Thank you, Sunmeet, for taking everyone through what to expect in the next 2 days. So if you are someone who's interested to register for the workshop, you can use the scan code over here, and you'll be redirected to the payment link, and you can register yourself for the workshop, or you can also make the payment via Google Pay or Paytm, but be sure to share the screenshot of your payment along with the name, email, and phone number on the given number, so that we can keep a track of your payment. So the chat is open now. So if there are questions, we can take up questions now. You can start posting them in the chat. So okay, Meeta says, I have a query. Since the essential oils get evaporated soon, will the smell still be there even after they are dried in the sun?
Yes, the smell remains. So the essential oils will not get evaporated. It's the water and the rubbing alcohol that will get evaporated. So the essential oils will remain for a long time, and I mean they also the efficacy becomes lesser with time, but they will definitely be there, for a couple of days. So you will definitely, even if your clothes are dried and you wear them after 2 days or something, the smell will very much be there.
So comment from Indira, she says, thank you, Sunmeet, attended 4 of your workshops, attended this workshop also, really good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Preeti says, do we have to use normal water in the second recipe?
It depends on how long shelf life you want. I used filter water only because I make these things in small batches and I make them fresh. You see that this one is about to get over that I had made last week. So then maybe I'll use it in the next 2 days and then I'll put the new one here. So I always suggest that you make things in small batches, use them fresh and make it again. But for some reason, if you want to make a bigger batch, then you use boiled water. That will ensure that the shelf life is long.
All right, and what will be the shelf life approximately of both the products?
So with filtered water, it will be about a week. With boiled water, it will be about a month. And if you use distilled water, if you can get hold of it somewhere, then it will be 6 months. So like when they make drinks, all these beverages, what they make in the factories, Pepsi and Coke and all, they use distilled water. And that's why the shelf life is so long. And of course, they use preservatives also. So, but I don't recommend distilled water. I mean, why pay so much for water? If you want a longer shelf life, I think boiling water and cooling it and then using it in the recipes is good enough.
Samina says, are we going to learn dish cleaner? So yeah, dishwash cleaner recipe is included in the workshop. Srishti says, I'm doing the workshop tomorrow, already paid for it. So congratulations, Srishti. Just wanted to ask a general question. Can essential oils directly be used on our skin?
No, they cannot be used directly on the skin. Essential oils are very concentrated. They're very strong. And not all can be used directly. Like lavender can be used directly, which is why I recommend lavender for clothes. But otherwise, many of them can, burn the skin. They're so strong. So which is why you need carrier oils to go with it, or water, or rubbing alcohol. You need a medium to carry them to us. So I would not recommend using them directly.
Question from Meeta, do we have to keep both in the fridge?
I'm just going to now keep them next to my washing machine, which is outside in my balcony. And I'll be using it in the next 1 week, and that's it. You don't have to keep them in the fridge. कितना सामान fridge में रखेंगे? And what if somebody accidentally eats them?
That's right. Also, there was earlier a question which was regarding the ingredients, vinegar and baking soda, and why are they good? I mean, what are the properties that they have that make them good for these recipes?
So, baking soda, vinegar are both naturally occurring. Vinegar, is created through fermentation process. We can make it with any, grain or fruit. It's a naturally occurring thing. And even if you were to apply baking soda or vinegar directly onto your skin, there would not be any reaction. It's not unsafe. You can consume them also. Baking soda is a very, very good cleaning agent. I was telling you in the beginning of the workshop that if you use a dish, a cleaner, what is commercially available, it remains on your plate. Still, you have rinsed it for 12 times. And the best natural cleaner, जैसे पहले को Vim powder नहीं आता था white color का, just use baking soda. Tell your buy it's Vim powder and let her scrub with it. जैसे पहले राख से नहीं साफ करते थे. You'll get the same effect with baking soda. It is such a good deodorizer and a cleaner. There is no jhag in it. So, our bhais are used to jhag. They feel that lather is important to clean, the dishes or the clothes or whatever. But it's not so. So people use baking soda to wash their hair. People use baking soda to brush their teeth. People use baking soda, to do the dishes. It is such a versatile dish, such a versatile ingredient. So baking soda is a very good cleanser, and vinegar is also a very good cleanser, and both of them are different in terms of baking soda being alkaline, vinegar being acidic. So when they mix, there is a fizz, there's a reaction. But once the reaction is over, the combination is excellent to cleanse as well as deodorize. So there will be no when you use this in your laundry, there will not be any bad smells or aroma. Even your these ponas and all which you have in your kitchen, they don't smell good after using for a couple of days. You can just dip them in this water, put this water in the balti, put all your ponas there, and next day they'll be smelling very nice. All the bad odor will go. So they are just naturally occurring materials, and they are cleaners and they are deodorizers, and they are safe for us, for our skins.
Question from Seema. Is this product good for color clothes?
Yes, you can use it on the color clothes also.
Okay, so a couple of questions, comments with respect to the recording. So yeah, recording will be available, and I've already shared a WhatsApp link, which you can join, where we'll be putting the recording, and I'll post it again for everyone. Okay. So where can we buy the essential oils? Can you get any link? So yeah, in the ebook that we will be sharing in the workshop, all the links have been provided. So you will get access to all of that. Preeti says, will you teach cloth whitener in tomorrow's session?
It will not be taught, but it is there as part of the additional recipes which, we are giving to the participants who are undertaking this course. So there are some additional recipes being provided. So this is one of those. So it will be shared with you.
Yeah, so there are, I think, about 36 recipes, extra recipes, apart from the 10 live demo recipes, which will be shared with you in the form of a booklet. It will be like a bonus takeaway if you register for the session. Veena says, can we use the same essential oils which are used in diffuser?
No, so the grade of the diffuser oils is very low. You have to go in for therapeutic grade essential oils for any of the recipes that I teach, be it skincare, be it home care, be it soaps, anyone, because in the end, it all gets inside our system. even if you're doing the dishes or you're doing the laundry, it touches the skin, it goes inside. So I would always recommend to buy therapeutic grade essential oils, and the links for those will be shared.
Okay, Gurvinder says, is it safe for fully automatic washing machine? Sunmeet, your audio is not audible, so can you check that?
Hear me? Is it fine?
Yeah. Now we can hear you. Can you repeat the answer for Gurvinder's question?
Yes. It is very much safe for automatic washing machine as well. Yes.
All right. I don't see any new questions. I'll just go a little up. I think I missed a few questions earlier. Okay, so Sanjana says the vinegar and baking powder which we um, use for cooking and eating, can that be used?
Yes, that is to be used. You have to use that one only, the food grade one. Yes.
Right. Gurvinder says, do we have to dilute the solution before using it?
No, you can use it as is. You don't have to dilute it. That's the reason we've added water to it. It is ready to be used.
And also for the aroma oil quantity, in case anyone chooses to use another essential oil, they can go for the same quantity, right? 10.
Yeah, same. Yes. But I do not recommend aroma oils or fragrance oils. I recommend essential oils only for this. And I'll be discussing the details, tomorrow as to why I recommend essential oils only.
Okay, anything for ants, Gurvinder? So
So there is a ant away spray which will be which is there in the bonus additional recipes which we will be sharing with the participants. So there is a spray for ants as well which we'll be talking about. We'll be sharing.
Seema says recording access for how long? So Seema, you'll get an access of 1 year. From the time you are given access to the recordings, it's a 1 year access. Srishti says filtered water means water that's boiled and cooled, correct?
Yes. Filtered water means from the filter, but to increase the shelf life, the water, if it is boiled and cooled, it is better.
Question from Nidhi, does the quantity change with the number of clothes?
So if you have a washing machine which can take a load of 6 to 7 kgs, 1/4 cup is fine per load.
Okay. Nidhi says, okay, all right. So I think we covered that question. Okay, Indira says she made it for ants and it really worked. So
Thank you, Indira. Thank you so much.
So I think I'll project the slide for what we'll be covering again in case anyone wishes to have another look. And okay, Gurvinder says, are the essential oils readily available?
Yes, very readily. You just have to know what to buy, which brands, and we will be hand-holding you and we are giving you Amazon links to buy these essential oils, which I recommend. And you just have to keep certain things in mind while buying essential oil. So even if you want a different fragrance, so like I say that you buy organic, buy therapeutic grade. So as long as those things are taken care of, you can pretty much buy any essential oils that appeal to you.
Okay. Indira says, can you give the link for castile liquid soap?
Will be shared with the participants tomorrow. It's there in the ebook.
Yeah,
And
it's
if there is something that is not there, which you want to use and you don't find it in the ebook for whatever reason, you can just write to me. I'll guide you.
right. So just resharing in the chat a couple of important links. So one is the WhatsApp link where the recording of this session will be shared. The other one is the link to book the workshop. Right. So if there are no more new questions, I think we are good to conclude the session. If you do have any further questions, please join the WhatsApp group and um, you can post all of your questions there and we'll be happy to help you and answer all of those questions. Somebody requested for previous slides. So Samina, I hope this is the slide that you are looking for. These are the recipes that will be covered. 10 recipes over 2 days, and tomorrow is the first day. Tomorrow, 4 to 6 is the first session, and the after is the second session. We'll be covering theory, we'll be covering practical, we will also have Q&A. All right. So thank you everyone for joining us for the session today, and we hope that we see most of you in the workshop as well. And thank you, Sunmeet, for joining us for the introductory session. We will see you tomorrow and day after in the workshop.
Thank you, Ishita, and thank you, everyone. Have a good weekend, and I look forward to seeing all of you in the workshop in the next 2 days. Good day.
So thanks everyone for whoever has made the payment. If you've used Google Pay or Paytm, please ensure that you share the details on the number which is given so that we can keep a record of your payment. And also you will be added in the group by tomorrow, first half of the day. The Zoom details and everything will be shared in the participant group. We conclude the session for today. Thanks everyone. See you all.